very much. Very interesting to be here. It's the first time for us. We entered into this cloud discussion because we see that a huge transformation is ongoing, and we want to bring our customers into this game. We are a provider for enterprises, and we are not private users, or we're not serving the consumer market, so we need to take care of our customers, and these are enterprises, small enterprises and big enterprises, and how we can win them to go into the cloud concept. So the first step is what we think will be the right way is, hopefully that works. What's going on here? Okay. I want to go short over this is taking infrastructure to a service like we use other infrastructure, which is since many time on the market. We don't care about how it works, we use it. And when we see to the budgets of IT companies, we see a lot of money is going in keep infrastructure running and not putting the money into new applications and new business benefits for these enterprises. And this comes to frustrations from two sides, on the business, on the IT, and that we need to change. And that's where cloud computing is coming into the game. So this is very nasty. Okay, so what we want to do is IT infrastructure as a service, to provide that, and then we introduce the synonym private cloud. And private cloud is syncing from the customer, from his applications and from his infrastructure. This is what he has. And a big IT shop has between 200 and 400 IT applications running into his shop. Should he go to an external open cloud provider who giving him something and he need to change his applications? He will not do it because he has invested millions of dollars into his applications and his infrastructure. So we need to sync from his side. And then we have three synonyms here on the right side. The first three are the synonyms which an IT data center manager puts on his door. He said, I'm doing a secure service, I have the control, and I'm very efficient to my organization. And when we go and talk about the cloud, it's the three other ones are below. It's efficient, you have the choice, yeah, you are very flexible. So how we can combine these bold words. And not only for the server side, also for every client, mobile phone and desktop, which is on the IT side. So that's where we introduce an internal cloud concept. An internal cloud concept is the kind of data center he's running today. And maybe he wants to choose something which is coming from outside. That's maybe an external cloud provider. And he needs a transport layer, and this is virtualization in between. That's where our subsidiary VMWare is coming into the game, and we as EMC both want to drive that. The interesting concept is he can still say, I will only have my internal cloud, it's my data center here, and maybe I use it, my other data center in Singapore or a third one in New York, but still my internal cloud. Or he can say, I choose services from an external cloud provider based on the same standards. But this is his choice. And the third option could be, there's a data center manager, he sits in Frankfurt, he has a good friend drinking apple wine every night or once a week, and he runs a small business here, and the other one runs a small business over there. They don't compete, but they share infrastructure because they sit on the same infrastructure level. That could be interesting concepts we may be not thinking about currently. So we think that, I hope you can see that, it's already started the development. Virtualization of the data center, in small companies very far, in huge enterprises not so far. There's a lot of obstacles currently and a lot of things which are going not very well. Automation, security, chargeback, frameworks, a little bit are there, but not enough really to run a huge data center with thousands of servers all around and fit all the needs which big enterprises have, but very much involving a lot of new things coming in. And what's not there yet is an open market where all the cloud providers are on the same standards. But that's something what we want to drive is an open standard into this market, not a proprietary approach that everybody can join. That means our competitors should also into the game. That's the idea what we have behind that. So nobody will spend 20 million euros to buy a cloud infrastructure. So it needs to come from his investments he already made in infrastructure, in applications, in his data, and it must be an evolutionary way into the cloud computing. So our idea is, as much as possible, virtualize your environment. go into the production with your key applications like SAP, Oracle, Microsoft, and your own legacy, and be able to use cloud services based on this one certain standard. I think that's a good way, an evolutionary way for our existing customers. So we have an industry group of companies working on that, mainly VMware, EMC, and our partner Cisco on the networking side. We have a joint vision. We have technology which is very much integrated. There's a lot of other partners into that, more than 1,000 worldwide. We are building and having reference architectures and proven solutions, and I'm sure you will see that services is ramping up as soon as the time occurs. And we have a big partner opportunity. I mentioned that VMware already has around 1,000 partners working with them on their cloud idea, and they also issued a paper for open APIs on the OVF format to really have as much as possible partners into that game. This a little bit the landscape, which is kind of your understanding where the product sits, operating system from VMware, the unified networking and computing system on the Cisco side, and our infrastructure. And I have one more to go through, integrated with services and management. And hope you find some interest, and we are upstairs in the first floor for talking your questions, or maybe on later in a short conference and workshop. Thank you very much.
Big hand for Mark.
Thank you.